Indianapolis Motor Speedway fans. Doug Bowles here with you for another episode of Behind the Bricks. Today, I'm not in Indianapolis, Indiana. As you can tell, I'm in the mountains in Colorado, in Arvada, Colorado, where Sanso, this year's sponsor of the Sanso Grand Prix to kick the month of May off, is headquartered. We wanted to give you an opportunity to see why a brand like Sanso cares about those brands that we love so much, especially the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Come with me, let's check it out. You know, I love to talk to customers and understand how they fell in love with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So today, David Jones, who's the CEO and president of Sanso here, the two of us invited a bunch of people out to unveil a race car since it's the Sanso Grand Prix. But what was really cool about it, we had over 150 people here to help celebrate this. How excited are you about the month of May and kicking it off for us this year?
Well, it's honestly to be a part of that iconic month and to be part of something that, as you look at history, there's been so many history-making events at the Speedway, and to just be a part of that as a sponsor is iconic.
So it's your 40th anniversary of your company. Your dad started the company. It's cool that you're running it. There's a special reason that Scott McLaughlin's going to be in this ruby red.
Well, so Scott shared with us that when he started racing, his very first race car, which was a go-kart, was number 33, and it's just ironic that he's in the number 3 car here with Team Pinsky. But that number 33 car was a ruby red color of a car. And if you've seen it, it's really, really cool to have that connection with Scott.
So one of the things people I think don't always understand, why does a brand like Sanso want to get involved in the sport? You're in the automotive industry, so that helps a little bit, but what's the biggest value for you of being involved in a sport like the NTT IndyCar Series, Team Pinsky, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
Yeah, for us, we're not a company that's really consumer facing. Our products aren't sold directly to the consumer, but our products are sold through our vast network of dealers. And those dealers represent our products to the consumer, who is the driver. And so for them, we want to make sure that they know that the products they buy through our dealer networks, that they're protected, and that regardless, we're going to stand behind it. We're standing behind the place that they took their vehicle to get repaired, the place that they trust. So we want to be part of that trusted partnership with our dealership network, but with Pinsky, with NTT IndyCar, with IMS, and everybody that's involved. And so it's about protection and trust.
Sanso, hey, amazing energy from this sponsor. Before I can hear him out here. There was like an army of yellow soldiers for me before this race started. You hear that? I've never had such like energy from a sponsor before a race. I was like, this is excellent. You guys need to keep this up all race long and we'll win this thing.
So with the events, obviously Team Pinsky, you're going to have a couple brands where Scott's going to be driving your car. You're the title sponsor of the Grand Prix. You're also going to be at Mid-Ohio, I think, as a title sponsor there. Are you going to bring those customers, or do you bring people out, some of those dealers, or how do you leverage that?
Yeah, really, it's about that dealer network. It's about bringing those customers that really make us who we are. And so we'll have an opportunity to entertain them and to, in some cases, introduce them to a sport that they may have seen, they may have watched the Indy 500. But once you get there, it's entirely different. The smell, the atmosphere, just when you go through the tunnel and come up right there where the museum is, when you come out of that tunnel, it's like you're in a different place. It transforms you.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you have it, race fans. You know, we get a chance to go around the state of Indiana as we lead into the month of May and get people excited. But to be able to bring one of these town halls out here to Arvada, which is basically just west of Denver, between Denver and the mountains, which is one of my favorite places, and then see 150 plus people show up here to celebrate the Sanso Grand Prix that's coming up. Pretty cool stuff, but this is another reason that a brand like Sanso is involved with the NTT IndyCar Series and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So there you have it, race fans. You see exactly why a brand like Sanso is involved with the brand that we love so much. Thank you so much for joining us on Behind the Bricks. And if you're not going to be there for the Sanso Grand Prix, please tune in and watch it and support brands that support the brand that you love so much. Until next time, it's Behind the Bricks.